head, and there he goes. Abyss gonna clean him up.
Olaf goes down. Everyone's just gonna line up here for Lazzy. He's gonna find himself the Quadra. Give it to him. That's a kill.
Priestley with the quad feed.
Gets the ace. Available, just spin to win all over.
That game was insane.
Hope you didn't mind me faking you out with that intro, but welcome back to the Saints Gaming CA Twitch channel as we are about to get started here with our FACEIT, our 6th Collegiate Championship regular season matchup between Champlain College and St. Clair College. My name's Dan Banner, also known as Mr. Danners, alongside Matt Avery once again for this matchup. Matt, you looking forward to some more Rainbow Six action?
Yeah, I'm hoping for a nice little bounce back here after a pretty tough loss yesterday in their first opening of the CR6, but yeah, hoping St. Clair can look to bounce back and come up against this tough opponent in Champlain.
I mean, we did get to see Champlain earlier in a different game, however, as we do hop into picks and bans, but yeah, we got to play Champlain in Overwatch earlier in the season, and I don't think that actually went too well for us. So the Champlain squad actually know what's up. They're a solid squad, a solid organization, so we're looking forward to this matchup. And I mean, for Clubhouse being our first map here tonight, these bans, as of right now, no real surprise, as we are going to see Thatcher gone, Hibana gone, as well as Cade.
Yeah, pretty classic bans here. You know, Thatcher just, I think every game I've ever seen is just Thatcher.
Pretty much.
So, you know, nobody likes playing. No one likes having Thatcher, and I don't think anyone likes playing Thatcher. But Naomi Mira is the last ban from Champlain here. That's going to be a pretty solid ban. Hard breach, anti-denial, and Mira, and especially on Clubhouse, you don't want that Mira. So, looking like a pretty strong start here.
Absolutely. Now, like you're saying, of course, the Saints trying to rebound a little bit after a rather brutal beating that we seen yesterday. But we didn't get to see Clubhouse, I don't think, in that series. So switching things up. In fact, this entire setup for what we have here today is going to be a little bit different. Of course, the maps are going to be starting game 1, of course, going to be Clubhouse. Map 2 is going to be Oregon, which of course has been a thorn in our side. But then game 3 is going to be on Cafe, so another relatively comfortable site, or map rather, for our St. Clair squad. And we're going to start things off in the basement. No CCTV this time by. Coming out here for Champlain. Already throwing the little switch up in there. I like it.
Yeah, basement, definitely it's a decent start. You know, it's strong, so you don't have to go into the CCTV, and if you win this, you have an easy backup. So some people like to start basement to just have a easier defense and get like kind of like a feel of how they're going to be attacking. And so it's such a open site and I would say it's a 50-50 of how attacking and defending is for it, but one of the more open sites to defend and hold.
That makes sense. We have ourselves a run out already. We've got fewer on the other side. Just thinking about getting cheeky here. Picks out again, is looking for one of the Saints. Not going to find them, however. No damage done.
Yeah, he's hoping to find somebody on that spawn in construction yard, but nobody there except for Zombie Dude, who luckily was ducking his head behind that crane with chars, and no first blood coming in for the peak there.
And of course, while we are in the midst of starting off this first round, in the Twitch chat, use your channel points. Predict who's going to have the better KDA at the end of this game. Is it going to be Chars or Impact?
Speaking of Chars, taking a little bit of damage there. Half his HP bar gone to one of the members on the side of Champlain.
Yeah, it took a little bit of heat, but is still alive, so at least didn't go down. We do see Zombie Dude already looking to eventually burn a hole through this this underground tunnel. You do see Kira
quite a wide hole,
basically at home. Yeah, it's kind of a big hole. Kira right at home here on this this site, looking down upon it, but nobody home as of this moment, at least.
Yeah, they Haven't had the ace come over yet. Most likely he was getting that hatch inside of bar. But there is someone flanking from that kitchen, I believe it looked like. So have to be careful. Yeah, it's Fuhrer right there on just on the edge of the bar. So if St. Clair's not careful, they may just get double killed here. Oh, he did shoot one bullet by mistake, so but I don't think Kira didn't hear him. And
He's on his drone.
Oh no, Chars, you're on drones. No, Chars.
Huge
You
flank.
hate to see it. Yeah, that's you hate to see it when you know your teammate just goes down, but no call out is made there. But Fuhrer actually finds Big Papa as well in the same spot. Just all three members of St. Clair dying in this kitchen. And Zombie Dude may make it a fourth if he's not careful.
Does at least have impact here for the buddy system. See if impact could lead the charge onto the rest of this Champlain squad. But still, the two of them versus the 5. 30 seconds left to go. They're going to have to go guns blazing. We do see Zombie Dude trying to make some noise. See if he can maybe find a head or two, but it's not going to be successful, at least as of this moment. A tall task ahead of them. They're going to try and do the dirt tunnel, but this is a force.
Yeah, it's going to be a 2v5, as you said. Coming down the last 15 seconds, it's going to be a real Hail Mary for them, but Impact just getting sprayed down before he even peeked around that corner, just pre-firing from the maestro of Ben V. Bullen. It's going to be a flawless round for the first round for Champlain.
Well, that's how you make a statement right off the beginning. Nicely done there from Champlain. Going completely flawless, like you said, and a solid triple to start things off there for Fuhrer. Beautifully done.
Yeah. That was a huge rotating. I don't know if Kira just didn't know where he was, but I feel like that call should have been made that he's coming in. But Char is just sitting there on his drone, low blind, and gets picked off along with Kira.
Yeah. Definitely unfortunate there. Yeah, can't really fight back if you're kind of looking at your phone, right? So gets absolutely nailed.
But it's gonna be what originally was a clash was swapped to that Wamai, and they will be going up to the CCTV, like we said, if they won that round. So another one of the most common sites. Then, depending on how this will go, they did bring the bandit, opposed to that mute that St. Clair usually does here, and they'll have to most likely either go from below with Big Papa or Maverick trick it with zombie dudes.
And it's different seeing the bandit come back out again, because yeah, I think like you're saying, normally it's just been mutes nowadays that you see kind of fill that role, but instead keeping the classic, keeping the bandit out here, and we'll have to see how the Saints opt to attack this time by. Char is going to have the diffuser in hand with the rest of the squad. How are they going to try and attack this one? This is a site that they've definitely practiced to death. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, it's gonna most likely, from the looks of it, it's gonna be Zombie Dude Maverick tricking this wall, just like we were talking about. Impact not far behind him with the Zofia, so you can just quickly hit the wall with the Zofia concussion. Looking for the bandits there. We have the ace nearby of Chars.
That's a quick smoke.
Yeah, it's gonna look like it was most likely a little smoke there to push them off the wall there, but that's gonna be two smokes actually coming out. They really don't want them near this wall whatsoever, and since the these are really good pings coming out from St. Clair, that they have a drone in there somewhere, and they're just pinging these little what's it called, advantage charges, and they did pick off some of the charges there, so Chars most likely will be able to rotate it around, but Kira getting picked off by Fuhrer again. Just really not having a good time against this what's her name? Malusi. Well, that's gonna be Impact taking a refrag back onto Fuhrer, but Zebek finding it onto Big Papa on that Ash.
And so we got ourselves now a minute 30 left on the clock. 3 Saints still alive. Not impossible, but hate to be the one player down. Still have Chars able to breach a hole through here. Gonna make it a little bit bigger, a little bit better of a sight line. Try and get on to that site. However, we do see just right around the corner, we got Benby Bullen as well as on the catwalk. Zebek is up there, so Zombie Dude has to be careful if he does opt to go that direction. then be willing, waiting for Chars maybe to go through the doorway. But Saints are kind of stuck at a standstill, trying to drone out as much as possible and figure out their plan of attack, because right now it looks like Champlain, even though they're the one player down, they have a pretty good hold here.
Yeah, and they have a pretty, like you're saying, pretty good hold on the entire site. They have one person in that garage on the catwalk, and now they have, I believe they had one person holding basically every angle upstairs, so really hard way. That last Talk to Babe coming out from Ben. It's going to keep them off the wall once again, and Zebek in this garage here holding a tight angle. There's a small little way for Chars to get in if he's able to. It's going to be Chars going in, but he's kind of stuck in the wall, and there's a smoke with a shotgun out right beside him. He doesn't realize, but he's going to do some damage, and it's going to be everyone actually just dying within like seconds of each other. Zebek finding a double in the catwalk while Chars just gets blasted down with a shotgun.
Absolutely every angle covered there from Champlain. Like, fantastic hold on this CCTV site. Did not look close. Granted, they did lose fewer, but that was really the only casualty in that round. So good start here for Champlain, and Saints going to be trying their damnedest to make sure that they can shake off the hurt from last night. But from going down 2 in a row, you got to get a little bit worried that the pattern might happen again, but of course it's still extremely early here.
Yeah, and they're gonna swap the Maestro out for a Valkyrie here, which we don't see very often since she's usually banned out or the map doesn't really need her, but it's gonna be the gym as their third site before they open up basement again. And Fuhr on a pretty good, pretty like hard rampage across all 2 rounds here, just finding 3 in the first, 1 on Kira again in the second. But he's gonna be on this castle's time, clearing little holes in the bottom of the wall there so they can pick out their feet. He's gonna throw up a pretty basic castle setup to block out this gym.
5 seconds left.
You're going to really be able to slow down this Saints squad as they more than likely try to attack by this angle some way or another alongside the rooftops here. As we do see Saints back underway. Let's see if they can make this attack happen here. First 2 rounds were a little bit rough, but let's see if they can turn it around for round 3.
And it's going to be the same on the side of St. Clair. No operators changing at all or being swapped across the players. Zebek did pull out the Legion this time rather than that Wamai, so I'd like to see how that comes into effect. Cyanide playing a bit aggressive on these main stairs. No one pushing in hard, so it's not going to be anyone getting caught out here, but it's going to be a slow start for St. Clair as they breach the hot tub here and get these bandit charges.
I'm going to be able to find them, no problem. Kira, however, taking some heat, but he does find Fuhr, actually. So a good start here for the Saints as Kira does find that opening frag. And Zebek actually going down, and especially if you could take the Legion out early, means less goo mines you have to deal with later on as this round goes on. So solid job nonetheless. Big Papa going to blow a hole through that castle charge. And he is going to... How does he see that? Beautifully done to find Zebek. I mean, there was probably a drone there, but still from... just watching his point of view, that is absolutely nuts. Love to see it. Saints off to a good start. However, we've seen this happen a bit last night, where they might get the player advantage, but then somehow the hold was just too strong for their opponents.
Yeah, they find these man advantages, but it's a matter of how they push it. That's a nice snake coming in, going to do some damage to Cyanide, putting about 70% down, but I don't know if they know that there's a player actually in there. They just kind of lob some nades in there, hoping to kill somebody, and but they do get some fire back from Cyanide. With a minute remaining, they're going to have to start finding a way to push into site. Cyanide being spotted out a bit by Zombie Dude. It's going to be Impact pushing into the gym with Chars. Kind of leaving some cover fire so that he can't move. It's going to be Chars going for the plant down. C4 coming out from Cyanide. It's actually huge because that's the only C4 out. It's going to be Impact finding the kill onto the Valkyrie. It's Kira holding it. It's going to be Cyanide finally going down to Zombie Dude. But Wilhelm's going to have to retreat and rotate up those main stairs, and this is going to be a hard take, and he's going to need to find an ace if he wants to do it in the next 30 seconds.
Would be absolutely nutty if he could.
Very nice.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be St. Clair finding that flawless round. Really good stuff coming out of St. Clair to be able to take that site. They took it nice and slow, and were able to pick off them one by one. Really nice attacking round there.
There we go. Now, for the hometown squad, that is an absolute sigh of relief. You love to see that. Get them back into the game. And now, they got to regroup, however. The church, or not the church, the gym may have won in their favor, but now they got to go back to this basement, this church arsenal room, which was completely flawlessly done by the Champlain Squallage. Champlain College squad. When you mix two words together, oh my goodness! But
I think isn't that a sport?
I think you're thinking of squash. I don't know if squallage is actually a sport. That'd be funny though.
Maybe it's like a mash of Quidditch and squash. Is that it? Quidditch? Is that it? I don't even know.
I think I know what you're getting at, but might be on something. We'll have to see how they end up
creating a new sport.
I mean, if we are here today doing esports, then there could be squallage, and I can't bat an eye. You never know.
You can make anything nowadays.
Times have changed, and I cannot complain. It keeps things interesting, to say the least.
$1 billion ideas in the making. Keep those ones in Twitch chat.
10 seconds to insertion.
Hey, don't forget the credit or credit Matt later when you make billions off of squallage.
Yeah, just cut me in at least 1% of royalties. We'll be fine. Gonna be, I believe, a basement here.
Yeah.
So going back to their round one. Have to be careful that Fuhr is on that Malusi once again. So a scary thing to be looking at. And there he is inside that pool
Nobody home this time.
room on the first floor. Yeah, looking for that spawn peek on SWAT van, but usually St. Clair always spawns on that kennel or construction site, so nothing gonna happen. It's gonna be another standard take. Oh, Fuhr actually taking some damage there from Big Papa, I believe, who was inside the strip club. Oh no, he was in the main hall there. And it looked like he may have got Fuhr may have got aggressive. Got a little bit of damage done to him.
Yeah, nothing too crazy at least. Oh, he does. Oh, that should have been Kira nearly finding the head of one of the players. I do believe that would have been Wilhelm. So, unfortunately, not going to go into Kira's favor, and almost got himself blasted after breaking through the floor. Zombie Dude in progress of burning through something as well, and it's finally going to bite him. They eventually find him. Ben B. Boolin takes him down for his 4th kill of the game, and puts St. Clair down a player nice and quick. However, they're getting ready to start breaching through multiple angles, it looks like. We got the underground passageway just about set up. Char's looking for something, but actually getting shot at from somewhere.
I think he's getting shot from the holes being made in the ground on the floor from Kira before.
Crazy to
really
see.
good angle. Ooh, Ben taking a lot of damage there from what's impact, I believe.
Yeah, it took a lot, but still hanging in there. Still has his impact available as well. As we get into about the last minute or so of play. Lots of Saints hovering around these floorboards. Trying to find maybe one final pick before we go crazy. But as we see, as of this moment, nobody home for the Saints to really go after.
Oh, there is Fuhr actually, I believe. I saw him creeping around in that open area bar. So they have to be careful if they're gonna go for a drop down. St. Clair is known just to open that hatch, instantly drop with smokes and plan, just somehow manage to take these sites. But it's gonna be the C4 and a drone going down, so they know that Fuhr is near. Doesn't matter if St. Clair is aware. That's gonna be Big Papa going down. Actually, I believe
That was sick.
Fuhr was. Yeah, I think that was a trade of sorts.
Yeah, of course, Zebek went down, but now with 15 seconds left, this puts Saints in a terrible position, especially since Ben finds himself a triple. Zombie Dude, the last alive, is finally going to find Fuhr, but he doesn't find anything else. Wilhelm going to find himself on the kill feed, this time by a Zombie Dude is going to go down. Saints drop the basement once again. But that was actually kind of sick there from the Malusi, from Fuhr. knows how much of the damage, or how much floor damage, and which hatches are open. Literally dives in there, finds himself a double, then just takes the hatch that the Saints were opening on his way out. Like, thank you, I needed this, I'm out of here.
Yeah, seems it just keeps happening for Fury. Catches the double in that kitchen, and it seems almost too perfect at the same time, because you have him popping a C4 and destroying some drones out front, and if you're thinking about it, it's like, they're doing a little bit of destruction now in that area. Maybe we should peek it, but do not, and Fury gets those kills. It's looking like it's gonna be another CCTV now that it's open once again. They did six pick the Jaeger this time, keeping it more of a secret, but not much of a secret when you can just notice those blue ADSs around the map now. So it's gonna be another bant trick on the wall.
Yeah, pretty much all littered up and ready to go. Saints on the attack here for round number 5. They're still trying to find something to help them out for this basement and then for this CCTV site. First time wasn't very effective. We'll have to see if they can switch things up this time. I thought that was on this side for a second.
Yeah, it's gonna be another classic start. Most likely gonna be Toxic Babed again. Maybe not. Impact. Oh, I believe one of the players made DC there. It looked like he was kind of like running in spot.
Yeah, I did see that. I was trying to see if I could find it again, but it looks like everything got fixed up. So, thankfully, we have ourselves a 5-on-5 still. Yeah, zombie dude barely. Just trying to avoid all of the shots coming at him, but at least going to be able to get some of these bandit charges gone, but still has to deal with the one there.
This is really unfortunate for zombie dude. He's not able to fall there.
Kira under attack here, and it was, I couldn't actually tell by which player that was. I'm going to guess Fewer, because he was constantly on the attack against the Sinclair squad.
Yeah, most likely.
That could have been anybody.
He's always on that flank.
Yeah, if he keeps playing like this, guess which operator's getting banned next game.
Yeah, you know, Malusi is usually that operator that a lot of people actually banned before, but there it is. Fuhrer does find Kira.
Oh,
I believe, yeah, in garage here. He's gonna go for an aggressive push on Big Papa right in the face of impact right there. He does take a nade to the face, doesn't do a lot of damage to him, but in the end, it's gonna be 2-0 on the side of Champlain.
that's always the rough part. You think that you're safe when outside, but in all reality, can very well just turn on its head if someone wants to be brave enough to take it down. And the solid play there from Fewer to find himself 2 kills nice and quick. Make that a third. The run out coming down. Make it a quad. Huge play from Fewer. Has to deal with one last member. Charles is the last alive. He has been spotted. And he's going to take down Ben B. Boolin, however, so he's not going down without a fight. But there is the ace
there it is.
for Fewer after an absolute fantastic run here. Takes everybody down without contest. Nice shots.
So, I think at this point, it's safe to say it's a 1v5 for Fewer. You know, I think he's just kind of taking his team and putting them on his back and saying, "Don't worry, guys, I got this." And he's definitely putting on a show for himself. I believe he's 9-2 on the scoreboard. He's gonna be swapping to that Jaeger this time. 10-3, my mistake. Yeah, he's gonna be swapping to this Jaeger for the gym. Last time it didn't go so hot for them on the defense. This is the one site that St. Clair was able to take. We'll have to see, as they did swap a bit around. They did take a Mai this time rather than a Legion. And they put the Malusi on Ben.
Yeah, so still going to keep the Malusi even though Fewer's on Jaeger duty, but yeah, geez, Fewer 10 eliminations so far in 6 rounds, or in 5 rounds rather. Beautifully done. Definitely had the Saints number today.
Yeah, he's having a pretty good game today for a game on, and you know he really came up. He came out swinging for them. He's first round spawn peeking,
5 seconds.
second round. I believe he found himself a nice double. Then they lost that flawless round. But ever since then, he's just been going off.
And hopefully for the Saints, they can at least turn this around like sometime soon. Because once again, they're going to be kind of cursed in the same spot as yesterday, where they find themselves 1 round early, and then it just seems to all go downhill. So let's hope for their sake, for their psyche, and for their play that they can turn this very, very shortly. You see Kira looking to open up one of the doors. Big Papa's looking around the outside. We do have Zombie Dude doing Zombie Dude things, taking care of those bandit charges, and nearly getting out of dodge before getting lit up. But Kira finds Fewer again. Fewer is just absolutely killing it here in this game so far. Basically, not 1v5ing, but getting kind of close. But he is going to get taken down. Yeah, Big Papa going to answer and finally take down the demon, essentially, that is Fewer.
Yeah, and the one thing that changes this time is that Kira, before he was the one who took out Fewer on that CCTV area there, but Big Papa able to refrag it when he tried to get a bit greedy and look through the window. Luckily for them, they're going to have to be in a 4v4 now and are going to push for this site plan on Jim.
You see Ben right around the corner with Zombie Dude taking a little bit of damage. Hanging on by still about 3/4 of his health. Just over a minute left. Where's Big Papa in all this? From the other side near B site. Still trying to find opportunity. We know the one player's on the other side, but of course he cannot find the sightline on it. So Saints going to have to move very soon. See Impact ready to move in. And time's ticking, and there goes Zombie Dude.
Yeah, they have... I was going to say St. Clair has a pretty good angle on this, but they're just kind of getting ripped apart from little peaks and corners they have. They're going to have to move a bit fast if they want to try and get full control of this. They have Big Pop, just barely missing his head. Big Papa finding one, and Impact finding the next. It's going to be a C4 coming out, and it's going to kill Impact, but that's not the plant diffuser. And Char's going to get it down. He's going to sprint back outside. It's going to be Big Papa finding a triple, but Char's gets refragged on the rotate back from main. Wilhelm is going to be low. Keeper defused, but it might be... It looks like he's going to be sticking it.
Wow.
Big Papa not realizing he's sticking it, and he gets it.
Holy moly. Unfortunately, the bomb was basically a wall for him. Wilhelm still ever able to get the defuse. That's a heartbreaker right there for the Saints, as if their psyche or their momentum wasn't already sore. That was in their grasp. That should have been doable, and somehow it gets stuck.
Yeah, you look at that and you're like, it's gonna be a really good play. You know, they find 3 members in a quick spray, and it's a 1v1. But Big Papa just feeling like he's gonna fake it and just didn't actually re-peek until it was too late. I do like what's coming out here. They're gonna pull out the Collie on the attack here. I believe it's for... This is the first side of attack for Champlain, so a nice little Collie pick for the CCTV to get that range.
Definitely makes
one
sense.
Thing to note that they, and one thing to note, they did not take the the bandit. Impact going back on his signature mute for the team, so keeping that wall mute jam, but with 2 hard breach like a thermite and an ace, your the wall is not long for this world.
No, and then in theory the Kali's just gonna snipe away any sort of mute jammers that are happening there, right? So it'll still be dealt with.
Yeah.
Nonetheless. And now let's take a look what kind of attack Champlain's planning here for this round.
And we have Fear on the Ash, and he's kind of just looking like he wants to just run straight in there, but gonna go for an upstairs take on this CCTV window.
Attackers have located a bomb.
I mean, with
Yeah, some nice peek.
the amount of gunfights he's been winning so far, I wouldn't care if he just dove into the window and just tried his best, because more than likely he's still going at least even. As we do see Sebek getting this wall. It's not long.
Double wall, actually. Yeah. That's one of the downsides about running a mute jammer is that once it gets popped, you can't really place another one. It's a bit different. It's gonna be a complete like wall opening, just nothing left of it. They have complete vision, but it's gonna be Wilhelm going down to Impact. A nice pick onto the Zofia. Sebek's gonna try and look for a rotate. Ooh, nice angle actually from Impact. Looked like he got him from below on that hatch. It's gonna be a 5v4 for the next minute and 45 seconds.
If you're in Big Papa, going to be trading blows at least a little bit, but nobody taking any serious damage by any means. Sharking from below. I'm sure we'll find a flank, especially if somebody's on the cameras. We do see right around the corner, I believe that is Kira. Ben Bibulin going to find Chars, taking him out early here. Another one coming actually from Ben. Playing the hard breach, but still has the fragging power too, apparently, as Sebek is in progress of getting this thing planted. Nice shot from Ben. He finds himself a triple. Viewer is going to find Kira up at the very top. It's going to be all up to Impact to try and get 4 and defuse. Good luck, my friend. Godspeed. But he's going to start things off strong as he does find himself the double. Diffuser is down. The players are nearby. It does find one, and the Nitrocell's not going to find its contact. Sebek going to get him there.
Unlucky. You know, you look at those and you get a couple kills, you just you're mid C4 and you're like, this could kill somebody, but you got one running through the window, and it's gonna be Champlain taking this to match point.
Yep, gonna get match point nice and quick here. Saints looking very similar to what we saw yesterday, and it could just be either Champlain is just as good as UTSA from last night, or they just have not quite got themselves back up to speed, as they're, of course, 1 point away from finishing this one off. They're going to try and basically hold this church room, but at the same time, they have absolutely no more room for error. They have to be flawless moving forward. That's a tall task.
Yeah, St. Clair only finding that one round, and it's really looking like yesterday's map 1 on Oregon. Just not being able to find their footing on one of their stronger maps again. Clubhouse has been one of those maps that they completely destroy other teams at. You know, they've gone 7-1s and 7-3s on these maps, just being able to have these hard angles on defense and know what they're doing on attacking, but just not being able to find what they want to do against Champlain.
Gosh, after that last round, geez, I didn't even realize that we were talking about Fewer, talking him up all this time. But Ben Bibulin, he's also doing a fantastic job so far in this matchup. He do be Booland indeed. We're sitting there with 11 eliminations as of right now, alongside 4 assists. So overall, his KDA is actually better than Fewer. So big shout out to Ben Bibulin as of right now. And then for the Saints side of things, anybody who was voting for Impact to be the leader in regards to KDA and comparing him and Chars, you might be on pace to get yourself some channel points, as he's currently sitting there 6-1 and 6. Meanwhile, Chars, after 6 deaths, only has the 1 elimination here so far. But granted, he's not the only one. Players that we're normally used to seeing frag out, like Kira, for example, and then, okay, Big Papa's got 4, so I guess he's doing okay. But it's a slow game overall here for the Saints squad.
Yeah, and it seems just Kira and Big Papa just haven't been able to really find anything in these. Oh, this could be. Oh, never mind. I'm mistaken. I thought that Collie was a Jaeger, but a run out on them, but it was not. Yeah, it was Kira and Big Papa just not able to find their footing these past 2 games that they've had. Just really struggling, but Impact and Chars usually the ones that kind of step up. Zombie dude there, but speaking Impact, he's gonna go down to the Zofia of Fewer. That's gonna be a quick pick onto their blue hold.
located by attackers.
Yeah, lots of shots fired from multiple locations here. Saints are just getting peppered from all angles. It could be rough, as we're going to see Beck. He doesn't even care about using his charges on like hard reinforcements. He's just using these exothermic charges as a regular breaching charge. However, a little bit of light here on the end of the tunnel for the Saints, as Kira does find his second kill of the game after taking down Fewer, but then back and forth battle. Wilhelm's going down as well. Zombie Dude is going to find one.
That's going to be a kill right there.
Yeah, Big Papa going to just gas him out. Shots fired again. Benby Booling finding another one. Finds another one onto Chars too. And my goodness, what a game here. It's going to be up to Big Papa to clutch this. And granted, Benby Booling sitting there with like 1 HP. Big Papa's still nice and healthy, so he might be able to clutch us up, keep Saints in the game just a little bit longer.
Yeah, Big Papa's good.
Wow.
Wow.
What a shot.
Benby Booling finds the perfect headshot onto Big Papa and ends it off 7-1 on Clubhouse. What a shot.
Holy smokes, what a call out too. Like, he's probably just spraying because he knows like roughly where he is, but that was just perfect timing there for Benby Bool, and he's probably going to find himself in the lead of this chart after that. Absolutely sitting there 14-3. But
yeah,
holy smokes, what a game.
Big Papa just literally need to like breathe on him at all, and he would have just taken that for another round. And unfortunate that he just mid vault there just gets the kill and ends it off for them 7-1. And now we'll be going on to Oregon, which,
oh boy,
as some may know, is a little bit we're a bit scared right now. But you know, maybe all these losses on Oregon's actually giving us some big brain plays.
Yeah, I would hope with how often we're seeing it now that like practices and like strategies are being developed for it, which granted I do believe is happening, but just a matter like you may have the strategies, but have you executed on it? And it is going to take in-match experience via scrims and then actual matches to get that done. But how fast can they start turning some profits here on Oregon? But we're going to have to take ourselves about a very quick 5-minute break to get this lobby ready for game number 2. Champlain College looking absolutely fantastic to start things off. Saints have a tall task ahead of them to take care of them on a map that usually is terrible for them. We'll see the match rather in just a moment.
his head, and there he goes. Abyss gonna clean him up.
Olaf goes down. Everyone's just gonna line up here for Lazzy. He's gonna find himself the Quadra. Give it to him. Pentakill.
Priestley with the quad feed.
Gets the ace. Available, just spin to win all over.
That game was insane.
And welcome back, Saints, to Game 2 of the best of 3 versus Champlain University or College, I believe. College. Yes, and we're gonna be starting this off on Oregon. Not one of our proudest maps, to say the least, but we'll definitely be putting in our best to try and pull a victory. Ooh, interesting ban this time. We're gonna go with the Thatcher, and they're actually gonna take out the ace instead of anything else.
I'm interested as to why you'd specifically take care of the ace on this map over the others, but Champlain must have something up their sleeve here. As we see the mirror get banned out once again, no real surprise there. Nobody really likes dealing with this operator. Now, one more on the side of St. Clair.
Yeah, it's gonna be St. Clair's final ban. Let's see what they want to take out. It's gonna be that Cade, one of the classic bans they do. And now we start the next 6 rounds of Champlain's attack.
Yes, that's right. So St. Clair's starting off on the defensive side of things, which in theory should mean they're a little bit more comfortable here. But that, of course, does not mean anything. We've seen them basically in this position again last night, and did not exactly go into their favor, but we'll have to see if the Ella looking like it's going to come out again for Big Papa, unless that gets 6'd over. One thing to note as well, the Malusi did get through picks and bans, so I was making the comment that fewer might have been making a case to maybe try and get rid of the Malusi, but it's not going to be the case. Charles is going to pick it up and try to make it work for himself this time by.
Yeah, and it's going to be a pretty standard start here again in that kids room. They did swap over to the Hibana for a 6-pick, so it's most likely going to try and be that repeat of yesterday's games, where they make the small little hole that you can run into in that pool room, a little arcade by closet, and then have a rotate on bridge, but only time will tell, and we'll see how the Ella and the rest of St. Clair will do. Yeah, one of the big things, you know, is the Ella always comes out on these Oregon, so one of Big Papa's comfort picks, I guess.
Right along with Fury here to start things off, considering how much of a madman he has been so far in this series. Looking forward to seeing what he pulls off with this Ash this time by on this first attack, as he's basically split off from his entire team.
He's just going really hard. He's gonna get spotted on that cam there as he takes it out, but he's just really taking over full control of this tower, not afraid of really anything. He knows he'll take any gunfight he wants and possibly even win it, so he's gonna prepare with this Maverick to take control of the bridge. Most likely go Maverick Tricket, throw a couple nades in there so they knock anyone back so he can't get shot while he's breaking the wall. It's gonna be a nice little Maverick trick coming across. It's looking like the Hibana's gonna kind of break the wall a bit. It's gonna be enough to go through the last little charge there. They don't have anyone nearby. Take out the Maestro Cam on the wall, but Cyanide really close on this person in Master, or in Trophy Room, my mistake.
Bomb located by attackers.
And with only a minute 30 seconds remaining, this is a pretty good start for the side of Champlain.
Yeah, Fury getting himself a little bit lit up as we get ready to move on forward here. Like we were saying, minute 30 or so left on the clock. Benby Boolin, of course, looking to get started with that fragging, and he's going to start off strong. Going to find impact to get this game going. First blood of the game. And now the rest of the squad getting ready to get moving. Minute left on the clock. And if Benz and Fewer are both popping off, it's going to be another scary game. Let alone the fact that we're here on Oregon. But a nice little shot coming out here from Big Papa. Gets himself a double as well. Kira is the first one down in this next engagement. Big Papa going to be short to follow. 3-on-3, and make that actually a 3-on-2 because technically Kira's down but not out. Going to be finished off in just a moment. Zebek's going to find him there.
Yeah, and I don't think they can actually get to that closet. They're hard pinging on top of Char's there, and he gets taken out. They're with the zombie dude, but he doesn't see Fewer through the wall, and it's going to be round 1 going over. Yeah, and as you can see in the closet, there's a bit unfortunate. The Habana just barely wasn't able to get the full wall, so they had to do a rotate through, but in the end, still coming through, and round 1 going over the Champlain.
And actually, in this matchup here for game number 2, in the last one, we had ourselves a bit of a poll in the Twitch chat, of course, who was going to be the one with the higher KDA between Chars and Impact. Game 1 went to Impact. However, now for game number 2, we're going to have the same battle, but this time it's going to be up against Chars and Akira, who's going to have the top KDA, or the better KDA of the two. As right now, they both started off getting themselves dinks nice and early, or not early in the round, in about middle of the round. So be a nice even battle. See who will go on the spree on the Saints side of things. Get yourself some
it's totally possible they could just both go 0-7 or something, and then just both pull off triple kills. So, but what happens if they both win? Does everyone get channel points?
You're making me think too hard about this.
Yeah, you gotta think about every possible outcome.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Absolutely, as we get ready with this second round right around the corner. Of course, Champlain starting off strong, taking the first W.
Must locate and defuse a bomb.
And let's see if they can make this happen again here on this next site. Fewer, of course, just always finds himself on the kill feed, and Zebek actually got himself to that round as well, so solid round for him as well. And Kira's down again. Hello, Zebek.
No. Kira, I think he was trying to spawn peek or something there, and just got picked off through a little hole in the doorway in Master. It was really unfortunate. That's just going to be the wall going open as long as the meat jammer. Nope, meat jammer doesn't even hit it. That's just going to be closet wall just opening within the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, some big moves here for Champlain as they get ready to move forward. Of course, Zebek going to just drone everybody out. Cyanide taking a little bit of heat from below, I believe. Gonna be just fine, however. Get himself back into the fight. Wilhelm from outside. Eyes on that B site, has those Zofia nades ready to go.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
And
Yeah,
he's in range to engage here.
And they know where he is, and if he peeks up, he's most likely just going to lose his head. Oh, Fewer actually taking the worst end of the trade from Impact there. But the ADS can take out the one that charges, and the Goyle Trap popping. Multi going down. It's going to be Benby Bullen possibly getting caught. C4 going out from one of them. Impact finding Wilhelm.
Wow.
But as soon as Zombie Dude taken out from a distance, Zebek finding Big Papa as well. It's going to be a 2v4. Make that a 1v4 as Fewer finding Impact. Char's finding it on the Fewer, but there's a Maverick right in front of you. It's going to be round 2 going over to Champlain.
Yeah, appropriate action there for Ben Bibulin, as Saints were definitely feeling the burn as of right now, with that being basically the 7th round in a row, if we include the rounds from last game that Champlain College have won. Definitely hurting a little bit moving forward into this matchup. Now Saints going to try to laundry room and see what they can do.
Yeah, they've just kind of given up on that Master not being able to hold it really, so gonna try something different. They're gonna take the Habana again, most likely thinking they're going into that kids room,
Attackers need
but
to locate and defuse as many
either way,
bombs as they
still a
can.
good pick because you can open this freezer up a bit. gonna be the same, I believe, on the side of St. Clair and of Champlain. No one changing around. Big Papa taking that Ella once again. Usually once the Ella doesn't work out too well, he switches over to that Goyo, but I'm gonna go back to the Ella and hold on this blue
10 seconds to go.
spot with that shield there.
5 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, attack for round number 3. Just about underway here.
Attackers must locate
And
defuse a bomb.
now, like, in the last matchup, we did see Ben Bibulin, we've seen fewer, we've seen them pop off. Now you're adding Zebek into this equation as well. And then you'd still just have the support from Wilhelm and Cyanide as well. Sure, we're not calling their name out as much, but they're the ones droning. They're the ones, like, with all the intel and, like, keeping everybody 6 checked. And in that regard, too, of course, they're doing fantastic, even though it may not show up as obvious on the scoreboard side of things. But this Champlain squad just looking absolutely scary right now for St. Clair as they look to get ready to defend this basement.
And they're gonna be Ben in the main lobby there trying to take out some traps, and ooh, it's actually been a zombie dude going down to Fewer, who's actually just straight up pushing in this freezer. Takes out Impact as well, and if he peeks this corner, he's gonna find Char's along with it. Char's getting a bit cocky and pushing up, but I believe Fewer may know he's there. And he does. He finds Char's, make that a triple, but actually he doesn't even finish him off. The box saving his life. Big Papa finding the refrag and getting it down again. That's going to be a double kill for Kira.
Good time for Kira to show up here as it's now just Sebek and Cyanide left on the side of Champlain, but they are getting rather close to this site. We do see Big Papa right around the corner. Shots fired, but no contact made. Char's is still rather low. Kira taking a little bit of heat as well, but nothing too crazy. Cyanide, he hasn't been exactly known for his fragging ability as of yet here in this game. Doesn't mean he can't pop off right here, right now. He still has plenty of time. Zebek actually going to be taking a long way around, and it looks like Cyanide going to do the same. Try and chase his partner, bring the buddy system, and maybe take a different angle of attack. Zebek is making his presence rather known, however. And sure enough, like the good support he is, Cyanide instantly drones in there. Does spot the one player. Does he want to try and go for the 1v1? It would be a little bit ballsy, but he could possibly pull it off. We'll see in just a second. I think that's Kira right in front of him.
Yeah, and if he drops, he's just going to instantly get popped unless his flashbang fully blinds Kira. And I don't think there's anyone watching on that B-bomb there, but with 30 seconds left, Cyanide dropping. And there's Kira watching. It's going to be... oh, nice C4 coming in from Char's. That's going to tie it up, and it's going to be Kira taking it out Cyanide, making it St. Clair's first round, ending a 7-0 drought in rounds.
Alright, now let's hope that for the side of the hometown squad here, that's not the only round they get all series. Or not all series, but all game here for game number 2. Because how many times have we seen this happen where within the first 3 rounds, they'll get one, but then that's it. So hopefully as they look forward to going back to the kids' room on defense, they can keep this ball rolling. And the fact that Fewer and Ben Bibulin both went down pretty quick, and Fewer was so close actually to getting himself that triple, but as he whipped out the pistol, I think that was Kira who came around the corner and got him there. And we're going to see the Ella come back once again, switching away from the Goyo.
I liked it though. He was 6-picking Goyo into Goyo. It's the masterful disguise they'll never expect. But they're gonna go back to this kids. They don't really want to go downstairs to kitchen or rear stage. So gonna try this kids for the 3rd time in the last 4 rounds that's happened. The only success being last round on that basement defense, but Big Papa and Kira really coming in clutch for the team and picking up 3 kills separate. Or 2 kills on Big Papa and 3 on Kira.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Alright, Champlain, let's see what you have this time by. We ride along with Fewer for just the moment. We get this attack underway. It's always Fewer just all by himself. Everybody else takes one way, and he goes by his lonesome and does an absolute tear. And you can tell he seems rather confident here on this map, just by how quickly the players know where all these cameras are. That's interesting. He's making his presence known, but he's not going to be able to get through that.
I wonder how Impact's just reacting to hearing this sledge just slapping on the wall from the other side there. Just so confused, but it's going to be Maverick on the wall now, taking it out, but it's going to be Impact actually going down the Fuhrer from below. The own trap door that he had open going against him. That's going to be Bridge just wide open now.
Saints have to be careful. Fuhrer has himself an entry. A nice nade, however, coming out, going to destroy a lot of the health bars of Ben and Fuhrer. But then Cyanide, he's going to find his first one of the game. He found Big Papa. Zombie Dude getting a little bit pressured here, forced to avoid the flashbang and run back around. And they see that Uzi charge, going to get rid of that nice and quick. And now there's still 5 left and 2 Saints left as Zombie Dude does go down. Charles and Kira to try and hold this off. It's going to be an odd slot, though, with 1 minute 30 seconds left.
That's going to be Charles going down as well, too. Wilhelm finds himself a double. That's going to be Kira finding Zebek through the floorboards. Diffuser is actually down now because Zebek had it, but Cyanide able to recover it. Kira not able to hold it from below, and Kira's going to have to find this flank back up the main stairs. Diffuser going down in kids. You're not knowing where many members are as the hard pings aren't there. And it's going to be a little one tap to the head. Ben be Booling with the shot.
Holy
just ready for him to come in.
Oh, as soon as his shoulder.
Just one bullet. Just sees the clip of his helmet. That's one bullet.
Fantastic reaction time. Fantastic shot there from Ben B. Boolin. It's going to force St. Clair now to try and make the kitchen work. And I'm not so sure how I feel about this site, as we're basically one more round away from halftime. And we were talking a little bit prior to the game getting started, and I'm like, I don't know. I you know how much I hate the Saints on Oregon. I'm worried that it's going to be 5-1 at the half, and it's kind of on pace to really be that if Saints can't pull one more at least out on this defense.
Yeah, and it's really looking like last game as well. They lose that first round, come back second, and then they lose the next few until halftime. And hopefully the Saints can find their footing on this site. I do like this Impact finally getting off that mute and going onto the Bandit. It's kind of what they've needed. The mute not having much of an impact, as ironic as it is. The meat jammers aren't as effective as band charges can be, and in the long run, you do get more utility out of it. So, hoping to see some good stuff coming out of the swap up from Impact.
Yeah, because I was interested, like, yes, the mute jammers like us, you also get rid of, whatchamacallit, we do have somebody getting DC'd here, and it was right as the round was supposed to begin, so Saints, as if they need any other trouble, this round is going to be played out 4-on-5, possible rehost after this one, so we'll have to see momentarily if Saints can manage to pull this one back, but that is definitely rough to say the least. Fuhrer already in an engagement down in the first floor area, but no one really going down as of yet.
Yeah, it's really unlucky that they lose that one player raised round start, because if it happened before, they possibly could have got a rehost, got that player. But Fuhrer, knowing that it's a 4v5, just getting really cocky and pushing up here, and he's gonna get some damage down to Big Papa there. Not able to finish anything off. It's gonna be him on half HP along with Big Papa. Zombie Dude doing getting some damage taken to him through the Maverick hole. Nades thrown right on top of him. He can't really move anywhere, and they're just gonna keep lobbing nades. But Zombie Dude finding the spray and pray headshot on the Fuhrer. What a nice shot there, making it a 4v4 as nades just kept getting flown at him.
He was bobbing and weaving like crazy, finally going to go down to Wilhelm. But the fact that he was able to pull that frag off was absolutely huge. Nicely done there from Zombie Dude. That's a good feeling for your first one of the game. Zebek looking like he's hacking if someone was actually there. But
he's looking to get those band charges down the wall. And
fair enough. Big
If you
Papa
were
gets
a
one.
bit not too happy about that headshot there, but Wilhelm taking some damage back, just getting hit, and the Melissa's slowing him down, and he can't really do much against it, so he's just going to retreat back into that rear stage. Wall going open, and Wilhelm's actually going to go down to Big Papa, finds a double kill here, making it 3-on-2.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Yeah, Saints looking to get at least one more on the board before halftime, and they have the numbers advantage. Granted, Big Papa is a little bit sore. Just over half health remaining. Now let's see, where is Cyanide? Where is Zebek? Cyanide actually has a sightline on the bomb site itself, and Zebek's on the other angle. So I like this crossfire here for this side of Champlain. Numbers advantage doesn't mean anything if you walk into the corner and just get mowed over. Saints did have that standard camera right in range. Did Cyanide see the player? Did get a gist that the player's right there. But of course the soft wall is just out of position. Zebek's going to move forward, fires away. He's going to go down. So it's going to be all up to Cyanide, and they know where he is. Big Papa going to finish this one off.
And a really good round from St. Clair, even though they knew that they were down that one player in the round. And if you were getting really cocky, knowing it's a 5-on-4, and it's going to be a pause here so that we can get Chars back in the game. Hopefully, it's just a game crash rather than an error at DC. That's going to be a little worse.
I think I hit pause, right? Okay.
Yes, it is pause. It always goes down to 3 seconds just
okay.
before.
Okay, I got baited there for a second. I was kind of worried. So here, I'm going to throw it to us actually real quick while we do wait for the player. I think it was Char. Yeah, it was Char's actually who DC'd. So, okay. This is kind of going similarly to what we were probably expecting, but at the same time, it's not as bad as what we were, or at least personally what I was expecting. Like, I had made the prediction, of course, prior to us going in that this was going to be 5-1 at the half. Saints are proving me wrong, and
We got around.
yeah, got ourselves another one, and like I said before, I love to be wrong, so this is a-okay, especially if it means that the Saints are doing better than, I guess, predicted in this situation here. Because right now, Champlain, they were on an absolute tear, but at least they found themselves one, and they won that one 4v5 too, eh? So that's like just another awesome thing to note for that. But one more side of defense, then Saints have to attack here on Oregon, and then Saints' attack on Oregon has been lack to be desired, to say so far.
Questionable.
Yeah, but granted, a lot of it just came down to like lack of strategy, lack of maybe execution, because there was a lot of times where they would just kind of dive in like one at a time. They would try to go for a multi-pronged attack, but their timing would be completely off. So even if it was just one player, it's like, oh, I take you down, I turn around, I take you down, am I okay? But that kind of stuff can be shaped up nice and quick just with a couple practices. So
Yeah,
I'm hopeful that they can take care of that.
Yeah, and from the looks of it, back to that laundry as it's reopened now, and a good thing is that they did their first win back in round 2 was on this laundry, so or round 3, my mistake, was on that laundry. So hopefully they can make that miracle come back around and keep it so it's a even halftime at 3-3, which would prove us all wrong in thinking they are going to get just completely dumpstered in a 7-1 again.
Yeah, like it's hard, right? Because there's so many, like we see it time and time again. Like I don't mean to constantly sound like I'm downplaying our guys, by all means. I'm just going off of like what we've been seeing so far in the last couple days, even last couple weeks, maybe even, because like Saints, they have their moments of brilliance, but I don't know if they've just run up against 2 solid teams or like top level teams for their leagues or what, because it's unusual to see them go down like 7-1 during rounds, unless it was Oregon. So that's the only time that there's ever been the exception where it was obviously like a team that was their level. The only other time that 7-1 happened was because of Oregon. But
yeah, and with Oregon actually coming in too, being now round game 1 or 2 instead of that decider match, it's a bit more stressful for the Saints to keep up.
Absolutely, and looks like Charles is still having himself a little bit of difficulties here. There is a possibility of a rehost moving forward, but we'll keep you posted on that. One thing I'm actually curious about, I wonder what
His
y'all
power
voted.
winner is the update.
Oh,
which
that's
is
unfortunate.
not very good. Oh, there he is, returned.
Oh, there he is. Okay. It was just a mere flicker then. Okay. Okay, and he is locked in. Just double checking that everybody is good to go.
Yeah, it's gonna most likely be the double R there, and we're gonna resume it back into round 6 of this best
we
of
go.
3 series.
Okay, everybody is good to go. Charles is back on in, going to be on the Malusi as well. So he didn't get auto-picked an operator or anything like that. Now, one thing I found rather interesting, and a lot of y'all might be right as of right now, because, of course, you're asking in the predictions, who do you think is going to have the higher KDA at the end of this first game? Or out of the second game, rather. 86% of you have been voting for Kira. So, as of right now, y'all are right, but it's still completely within range here.
How many people swap votes because Char's power went out?
It would have been too late. I only put the timer on for 15 minutes of the game. It's been, I think it's been more than 15 minutes, so haha, you can't switch now. But thankfully, Char's scoreline is actually still here, so it's
I mean,
keep that.
he just needs 2 kills and he's tied technically, and deaths don't matter. It's the amount of kills you get. So.
10 seconds
And I'm also looking at assists too, so it's
He's technically tied, or almost. He's only one away.
he's just a point away, yeah. So
Yeah.
Attackers are heading out to defuse
interesting
the bomb.
enough.
Attackers
But now
dropped the diffuser.
we're back
Bomb
into the
located by
attacking
attackers.
side of things here for Champlain. 1 round away from the switch. Saints trying to tie this thing up while they're still on the defensive side, because attacking is notoriously difficult here in Rainbow Six Siege.
I really like the amount of aggression that Fewer has on these people like Ash and the Zofia, just going straight in. Like, he's already inside freezer within the first 30 seconds. This shouldn't be allowed, and he's not really getting punished for it, you know? He has Ben Boolin behind him in case something goes south and he gets fragged, and it's gonna be Kira going down to Fewer in freezer. He's just spray a bit, barely missing the head of whoever is at the far back, which I believe is Impact.
Wow.
A zombie dude actually just gonna stand up and get hit. There's Char's on the ping here. They know where he is, but he's gonna be Fewer taking some damage from a distance. Char's in a pretty bad spot. If he's not able to get out, he's just gonna get pinched. The nade pushing him out. He's actually gonna push real close to him. Fewer getting a triple kill here. Could this be the ace he's looking for? The Gosha going down, Big Papa finding a kill. It's gonna be the quad feed for Fewer, and he knows where this last person is. It's gonna be the ace for Fewer. Back-to-back games.
Oh my goodness. This guy is so aggressive, but it's not reckless. It's interesting to see how absolutely insane Fear has been in this series without looking, like, careless, and it's wonderful to see.
Yeah, he's just really punishing just any slight misstep from St. Clair. He just instantly acts upon it and just takes control of the entire situation. They just don't give St. Clair a second to breathe ever. They get a kill and they get instantly refragged back.
Yeah, so absolutely brutal. It's going to be 2-4 here at the half. Now we got St. Clair on the attacking side of things. We'll get to see how they can pull off against this Champlain College kids dorm hold here on the second floor. And Kira going to be taking the 6 from the sledge to the Twitch. Interestingly enough here.
Attackers need to locate
And they
defuse
did
the bomb.
switch bent off the Maestro to a Valkyrie, which you don't see very often on site, especially kids dorms. Usually the Maestro is just so impactful of having his cans, but since they're stuck in that one spot and they're pretty massive, so you just know where they are. A little Valk cam in a corner is most likely going to be a better bet for them to keep some eyes in sight.
And as much as you love having like a gigantic machine gun that you never have to reload
10
ever,
seconds remaining.
just having the mobility and the opportunity at defense or
5
aggression
seconds remaining.
from Valkyrie is just
That's
nice to
actually-
have.
It's looking like he's gonna throw that cam far. Yeah, he's gonna throw it out into the tree line actually, in the front yard. Since everyone's spawning on construction, St. Clair has no idea that that cam's going out. Ben's gonna pre-prep this door for a possible run out. Yeah, and here's his cam. Not the best cam, you know. A little bit too many leaves on the tree, but so you can still see some people if they get up on that rooftop. Has one in that closet as well, beside Fewer, and another one down in the staircase.
And Big Papa going to be the first one into the building. It looks like off we go. It's a matter of droning everything out. Charles is going to start trying to plow through this wall.
Entering some ears.
So
And the-
unfortunate for Charles.
That's going to be the second
He's really
time.
hoping.
Second time in
Yeah.
2 days. The classic. I don't even know how to actually call this here. Just we'll call that a murder hole for now, to say the least. But Fewer getting popped on, nearly going down, but hanging on by a thread. Nitrocell not going to
Ooh,
find
this-
its mark.
Wow. I don't know if that was a hard floor or not, but that C4 looked like it was right on top of someone. That's gonna be both C4s actually sent right on the bridge there. They have an angle from below, so one's watching the hole in the wall, the other watching above, keeping some good eyes there. But St. Clair not really pushing it. Yeah, and what it looked like what Charles was trying to do, he's trying to get a little hole there, but didn't realize that it goes up rather than sideways, so wasn't able to get it how he wanted to. But he's gonna get the rest of his X-Karos on the wall in the closet, almost getting his head taken off by the Wumai. But the minute left, St. Clair's gonna have to start looking at where they want to breach and attack.
A couple of these Saints players in a rather scary spot, and Fewer is actually nearby, ready to shark some of these players. It does not matter that he has like 5 HP left. He is ready to make the flank and make the play. Have to see in a moment. Impact. They're going to start getting things moving here. That was something got thrown in there, but it's actually going to be Kira who finds the first elimination of this round as Cyanide does go down. The smoke is no longer in play. So a solid frag actually coming out here for St. Clair to get that smoke off the board. And hello from the window. That is going to be a kill for Velheim. But then Big Papa and Kira are going to answer right back. We do have ourselves a 4-on-2, but Bemby Bulin is still in play alongside Sebek. And these two have been absolutely tearing it through most of this series. Charles does manage to get this diffuser down, is going to be able to get it. But Impact goes down. So does Sebek, however. It's going to be all on Bemby Bulin. Try and get the defuse and eliminations against Kira and Charles.
And Bambi going really low, but
Oh,
if he's
got
able
him.
to find it, but he's actually not going to. Charles finding the kill onto Bambi Bowling and finding that 3rd round for St. Clair. 4th round, my mistake. Yeah, good little angle there. And the battle's still on. Charles and Kira, the last 2 alive.
It's crazy how that ends up happening here. Maybe, I like to think that maybe me trolling them here in the Twitch chat is actually lighting a fire under their rear and getting them to both pop off, as they're both have themselves a solid round nonetheless here. And this attack, not too bad. This game is definitely within reach. 3 to 4 is absolutely nothing. Easy to come back from. And it's nice to see a nice competitive match here on Oregon from our Saints.
Yeah, and finally finding some footing in these attack rounds compared to yesterday when they had their Oregon map. So a bit of a sigh of relief there for the fans watching. It's going to be the last second 6 pick from Twitch to IQ. Very interesting, as they look to go back to the same site, and most likely the IQ will be underneath, hoping to get these. Most likely spot to the IQ because they know that they're going to take the Valkyrie. I don't believe that was a 6, unless I believe that may have been a 6 pick to the Valken. They knew it was going to happen, so.
Yeah, I think the 6 was over onto Cyanide's mute this time by, so not going to know that at least that is the play this time. But yeah, same site, and we'll probably see. Oh, you hate to see it, but at least there's only like a little tickle damage.
Oh, it wasn't TK like usual.
Yeah, you mean you weren't testing your recoil and dinking your own teammate in the head?
Locate a bomb and defuse it.
You mean we weren't pulling the classic TK onto Big Papa this time?
Not this time.
Sadly.
Hey, we still have a couple rounds left in
Caster's
this game,
curse.
though.
Yeah,
Just you
Caster's
wait.
curse comes in. You never know. I may just have to PayPal Impact a couple dollars to
Oh god,
hit another TK.
Big Papa would be livid, but it'd be funny. I won't lie.
Hey, if they make a 6-4, I'll PayPal them like $5 to TK Big Papa.
Oh jeez. Okay, defensively, this
Right.
Champlain squad looking sound. Normally, I don't give a lot of camera time to the defenders off the start of rounds, but given the track record of Fuhr and Bedby Boolin, I'm kinda just hovering over, just wondering what are they planning on trying here. You see, I think that was Fuhr just constantly looking at one specific area, possibly a dive site in a moment. We have Kira moving forward from another angle, trying to find some gadgets. Not be able to do so. Chars, once again, going to be working on this opening, this time getting the right amount of X-Kairos to be able to walk through that.
Man, learning from his mistake last time, not properly able to get it, but now they can get through onto that bridge and start the breach properly this time.
Zombie dude making some noise,
Slow
giving himself an
start.
out.
Located by attackers.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start for the first 90 seconds. It doesn't look like anyone's actually holding this bridge like St. Clair does so hard, so definitely. Oh, Kira actually already inside Master here, pushing him a bit. Looking for a possible
If he only knew.
rotate on anyone from the main stairs.
Not
As
gonna-
casters, we can see outlines, but they cannot.
Exactly. Now, actually, Chars doesn't quite realize this, but he might be able to get the jump onto somebody if he does end up pulling off this murder hole once again. And Big Papa gonna start things off strong. He does find Fuhr, taking him off the board nice and early is absolutely huge.
Yeah, good pick for Big Papa to find on a Fuhr, taking out the top right. And Zebek finding some damage onto him from Kira, I believe. Bring him down to half HP to throw another Wamai gadget right there. And Kira's looking to pop in. Zombie dude chucking some nades in sight, but the Wamai gadget gonna reset that and pop it right above him. Big Papa finds some damage. Kira gonna go down to Zebek. Charles is gonna go down while playing the diffuser. Cyanide taking a refrag. Impact is finding 2 people. Big Papa pushing in alongside him. Finding someone in that closet doing some damage. It's gonna be Big Papa resetting on the diffuser. It's gonna be Wilhelm finding Zombie Dude, but he doesn't know he's in the closet. He's gonna get a double kill with the deagle. Give it to him. And Champlain finding their 5th round.
You hardly ever see the pistol come out, yet alone get yourself a double kill with it. Bedby Boolin off to a fantastic series once again. Can't stress it enough here, and they pull that one back. Saints back on the back foot, 2 rounds away. And it's looking rough, to say the least.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication look like that. They knew that person was in the closet and they tried to hold it, but I don't think Zombie Dude really knew where he was. So he kind of just got picked off, and Big Papa on the plant just wasn't able to get off in time to refrag.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
We're gonna go down to that basement now since they did win upstairs, and it's gonna be a pretty standard take now with Fuhr on his Malusi along with a Smoke, Mute, Mai, and Jaeger.
Not much room for the Saints to try and make anything
10
happen.
seconds
No
to
room
insertion.
for mistakes, or very little room for mistakes, rather. Definitely keeping the Champlain College squad honest, but still a ways to go if they want to end up taking this one down. Let's see how they can do here in the laundry room. Everybody grouped up and ready to go together. Let's see if they can deathball it.
Yeah, it's gonna be Champlain. Oh, last round.
Fewer going to find himself the nice early kill.
Yeah. A nice little spawn peek there onto Big Papa. It's a lot of their soft breach right there just gone. Now they're really relying on the Zofia, one of St. Clair's bigger top frags right now, just taken out in the first few seconds. And I believe that's Impact just barely almost getting his head clipped by Fewer on a basically a pixel peek.
I feel like that's a weird spot to try and sit on a drone, so thankfully for Impact he's A-okay in this situation, but now Zombie Dude gonna try and get a little bit of damage. It does go on to Benby Booin, but just a little tag, nothing too crazy. Actually,
yeah, most
is that
likely
Fewer? That is Fewer up against Impact, nearly taking him down.
He may just, if he just tosses a C4 out there, he's gonna find at least 2 people possibly, but he's gonna fall back and play it safe. Zofia charge going off and not finding anybody on Impact. It's gonna be the last 70 seconds. Or looking, they're gonna toss an 8 Impact, actually very low, taking a lot of damage. Going toss a few flashbangs in there. Benby Booin taking some trades. It's gonna be Fewer finding 3, but it's gonna get retrated by Zombie Dude. Huge for Fewer. That's gonna be another one going down, but traded straight back. St. Clair running out of players. That's gonna be match point for Champlain.
I mean, look at that last screenshot there. Everybody just piled on that front door as if it was going to end up doing something. Like 4 bodies all littered that front door and just did not work. St. Clair on match point, or Champlain College on match point to take the series if they can get themselves one more win here after a defense on this kitchen dining hall section.
Yeah, and the big difference between St. Clair's attack round on basement compared to Champlain's, St. Clair is very dedicated to getting that blue hall take. They did not really send anyone off to that freezer to try and flank it all, so they just committed 5 players to it, just got picked off one by one as they peeked that doorway, and just not working out. But Doc staying for Zebek.
Attackers need to locate.
And when you see a Doc, you see a spawn peek, so
You know exactly what's going to happen here, yeah. Especially since other teammates of his have already been kind of setting the precedent that you should expect some spawn peeks. So Zebek looking to get it on the fun a little bit. Sitting there with 5 kills for himself this game, not too shabby, but it definitely does get overshadowed when you see like, Fewer just popping off there. 14 already in this game alone.
next highest only being Benby Booin with 9 kills. On the side of St. Clair, we have Big Papa with 9, as well as Kira followed up and in the lead for the challenge, but Char is only 2 points behind him. Not completely impossible to do, but seems everybody's already rooting for Kira.
Now, where is Zebek right now? He does actually have himself a bit of a cheeky angle.
Oh boy.
Cyanide.
Don't do it to him.
Valheim looking to get aggressive, maybe 2. They found him, actually. Nice shot coming out from Impact. Calling that out. Not going to get caught by Zebek's shenanigans. He's been playing solid all day. The moment he tries something cheeky, he just gets absolutely punished for it. And it's probably like, Fewer, why'd you talk me into this?
Yeah, I think it may have been pre-droned from the looks of it, or either Impact was expecting a spawn peek, or they pre-droned it and knew he was up there, so a good reaction from Impact to find it, and taking out the Doc was pretty big.
Yeah, nobody's getting healed this time by now. It's just up to the rest of the members of St. Clair to try and pull this off, as we see Champlain down one player, so plenty of time as long as they can keep themselves safe. And Fewer, if there's anybody you're going to rely on, it's Old Faithful. Fewer going to find Big Papa taking out the Saints lead fragger while still keeping himself nice and healthy.
Yeah, and he's gonna just find these players on these angles and just takes every single fight he can find. Sounds like he's trading a bit with one person on the shower. If he walks a bit further, he may find someone on that window. Takes about half his HP. Doesn't really find any damage in return. But he's not really aware that... Oh! A nice little one-tap. Champlain just finding every single one-tap here. He's gonna find another one. Could this be another ace for him?
Nitro Cell!
C4 coming out. Oh, but he's gonna find the quad feed. He wasn't able to hit the switch on the Nitro Cell. There it goes, but it's all up to Kieran.
Oh my
it's gonna be a
goodness.
nice little headshot. The ace to finish it out for Champlain. 7-3.
Oh my goodness. 3 aces in this series here for Fewer. Guy is just on an absolute another level here today, playing out of his damn mind. But alongside him and the rest of the squad, that's going to be the 2-0 in the favor of Champlain College. Granted, as we switch back to us here for a moment here, it's a better showing on Oregon, but at the same time, it was just with Fewer almost having 20 kills that game, sat there with 19. It does make me wonder, like, if you're playing up against a team of the same caliber, but it's not all just one superstar of sorts, how would that game would have looked? But we'll never get to figure that one out here today, because we have to deal with the match, of course, that is right here in front of us, and Fewer just absolutely winning 90% of the gunfights he finds.
Yeah, just completely tearing apart St. Clair through that entire game. Finding himself 3 aces, 2 in the same match, and not far apart. I believe it was only 2 rounds apart there, and just crazy coming out from him.
Absolutely brutal. And then for the Saints side of things, that one's going to hurt a little bit as well. It always hurts to go down or any loss, let alone 2 in a row across 2 different leagues, but this is the pleasure of the fact that this is just basically the start of the season. They still have plenty of time to regroup them. I know we can be a little bit hard on them here on the Saints cast, but it's only because we want them to do well. And at the end of the day, still have to keep things neutral, still have to call a spade a spade. And right now, again, I've been throwing this word around a lot across multiple matches, but clinic was exactly what we saw there from Champlain, specifically out of Fewer, but at the same time, I don't want to discredit the rest of the Champlain College squad. They did exactly what they needed to do, and especially like Wilhelm and Cyanide. Like, we didn't see them on the kill feed very often, but they were always droning, pulling things out. And then, there are 2 players, of course, Bullen and Zan. Oh god, I already forgot Zan something. He already... Zebek, that's it. Zebek was doing a fantastic job as well. Finding themselves on the kill feed when they needed to. But otherwise, they just kept to the objective. And they looked rather nice here today.
Yeah, definitely a solid 2-0 from the side of Champlain. And something to be proud of. And on the side of St. Clair, you can be proud. You know, you finally took some more rounds on Oregon. It wasn't the complete 7-1 stomp from like yesterday, but you know, they did find their footing for a little bit and were able to fight back, and in the end it did not work out in their favor. But
yeah, up until halftime,
finding something.
Up until halftime, they were keeping it actually rather close. It didn't seem like that was going to be the case at first, but it did end up being a 4-3 game. Like I think around after half. But then first attack went well, and then it just kind of fell apart from there. But it's all right. Yeah. There's still plenty of season left to go here in the FACEIT Rainbow Six Siege Collegiate Championships, as well as the CR6 League that did just start, of course, last night. And speaking of the season itself, going to quickly hop on over and take a look at what is coming up next here on the Saints Gaming CA channel for matches. Happy Valentine's Day to us. We have ourselves a Counter-Strike match, FACEIT CSGO Contenders at 5 p.m. Then Monday, we're back with the Upsurge Minor League for some additional League of Legends action. Tuesday, 8 p.m., Call of Duty Cold War doubleheader, 8 p.m. and 9:30 respectively. And that 9:30 match, like I was saying before, that's versus the University of Windsor. We obviously want to take that one as decisively as possible, to say the least, with all due respect. And on Wednesday, some more playoff League of Legends. We actually get to go play Conestoga once again. We have just played them last Thursday, but now it's playoff time. Let's see if we can show some more domination to the Port Condors. Then on Thursday, as of right now, it does depend on what happens with the Collegiate League of Legends playoffs, but I have penciled in, as of this moment, Overwatch NECC action. But if the League of Legends team does win on Wednesday, they would play Thursday as well, and I will prioritize playoff matches first. Overwatch, their season's just getting started as well. We'll still see them a bunch, so don't you worry. I know there's a few people who have been itching to get some Overwatch on the broadcast, and same here, to be honest. Love Overwatch, but in due time, my friends, in due time it shall show up, and it'll be exciting nonetheless. Now, any final thoughts here, Matt, before we do look to close things out here for tonight?
I don't think so. No, I think definitely St. Clair to be a bit proud about how they played that first half on Oregon. They cleaned up some of their mess ups on defense and able to fight back, especially against such a tough opponent like Champlain was. But I think every time we see them on Oregon, we always downplay them, but they're slowly coming back up, and eventually they'll be able to maybe win it one day.
One day, the right team at the right place at the right time, Oregon we will find Griffin victory. And speaking of victory, actually, for all of the players or all the people in the chat rather, who were doing their predictions between Char's or Kira, who has a better KD, it did end up going to Kira in the end. So thank you for playing. This is going to be something that we're going to try and keep doing here for the Twitch chat. Just a nice little extra mini game to spark friendly rivalries amongst each other and just have a little bit of extra fun. It's not meant to be a specific player comparison to one another. I don't want to get toxic like that. So we're just here to have some fun. So use it wisely, please. But with that, just a couple more thank yous before we do close out. Once again, thank you to the sponsors, of course, St. Clair College, St. Clair College Alumni Association, St. Clair SRC, Tim Hortons, Zuckelman School of Business and IT, and PC Outlet. Thank you for your support in sponsoring the St. Clair Saints varsity esports team. Big thank you to Matt once again for joining me for this doubleheader. It's been a long day of action, but it's been fun. I hope you had fun as well.
Yeah, it's always a great time being here, and sad it was a sweep in league today, reverse sweep for against the squad, and a 2-0 against our R6. But maybe next weekend we'll get that doubleheader 2-0.
Absolutely. And then a big thank you, of course, to everybody in the chat or everybody on the stream tuning in and supporting your friends, family members, or classmates, or just the teams in general. Thank you for supporting their esports endeavors as we move forward in making collegiate esports as awesome as it could possibly be. But with that, we will close out for tonight. Thank you once again for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow at 5 for some Counter-Strike.